Thank you so much, guys. Good evening. So, every day we wake up in the morning, and at our breakfast table, we have our favorite news media, whether it's a newspaper or whether it's our phone. And what do we see? What we see is, well, yet another organization that's been breached. Now, and by the way, these are not startups or just small businesses. These are actually large organizations. Large organizations across industries, finance, healthcare, tech, government. These are all getting breached. Now, the stakeholders, the CXOs in the organization are wondering, how the hell did that happen? How did we get breached in spite of having invested in multitude of these security tools? So why did we get breached? And that question obviously has to be answered. Now, what's the problem? The problem is all the security tools, how many ever you have, they generate risk data that is meaningful in its own silos. But collectively, what's lacking is a prioritized, actionable insights in the security risk posture of your organization. So that problem actually has to be addressed. This is where Zeron, the first startup, comes into the picture, and they have actually take a very unique approach to solving this problem. Normally, what would happen? A new company comes in and they say, throw away all these tools that you have. I have the best tool possible. They didn't do any of that. They didn't reinvent the wheel. They did not ask you to rip and replace your entire security tools. They said, you know what we'll do? These security tools have generated risk data that's meaningful in its own silos. We are going to extract all that data. And we will analyze it, and we will go ahead and contextualize it and give you an absolute prioritized actionable insights. Insights are useful, but if they cannot be prioritized, they cannot be acted upon, then it's actually useless. With that, I would like to pass the baton to Sanket from Zeron to have him share with all of you in terms of how he and his team have actually accomplished that. So Sanket, welcome on the stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the founder and CEO of Zeron, Sanket Sarkar.
Imagine we're having a boardroom discussion. I'm the CISO of the organization, and I come and tell you, we've got 50,000 vulnerabilities with 25,000 unique CVEs with an EPS score of 7.8 and a CVSS of 6.3 and a criticality matrix of 3.4 out of 5. What would you derive out of it? Nothing, right? I come and tell you, you know what? We've got $5 million of cyber risk at place. If we don't mitigate that, we're going to get that amount of a hit in the organization. Instantly, I would have everyone's ears listening to me. Zeron acts as the single point of truth for cybersecurity decision-making in organizations. Let's look at some statistics. 8 is the average number of cybersecurity solutions used by organizations. 8. Even then, only 1/3 of the organization's internal tools and teams are being able to identify the cyber risks, which actually means you do not have a visibility of 67%. Imagine you are driving a car and you cannot see the 67% of the road. Would you be confident in driving that? I guess no. So 8 is the average number of cybersecurity solutions used by organizations. Even then, when a cyber incident happens, it wipes off 7.5% of the market cap for listed organizations. Imagine this happening to a company like Google, Meta, Microsoft. It's equivalent to wiping off many unicorns. What's the problem? We've got 8 different solutions. What's the problem? The problem is the endless loop of cybersecurity trust gap that exists amongst the different stakeholders who are involved in this decision making. Each of them look into cybersecurity from a different perspective, which leads to these trust gaps. And anyone who can crack this particular gap has a market opportunity of $600 billion. And we have cracked it, and then we are here to dominate this particular segment. How are we actually doing it? It's an integrated platform with relevant KPIs and KRIs for the different stakeholders to make those informed decisions. It's a fourfold approach. First, we see outside in. Then, we come and integrate with the existing solutions that you have, which gives us an inside-out perspective. Once both of these are done, we put a layer of compliance, supporting 250+ frameworks and regulatory mandates into the picture. Once that is done, we run it through our own models, which gives you the quantified risk so that you can make those informed decisions. We have our own in-house built generative AI model called Zen, named after Geoffrey Hinton, the godfather of AI, which comes in to give you the suggestions so that you can make your cyber risk posture better. Let me give you an instance, and it's a real case study. We met one of the largest financial organizations in India. They had 14 different line of business. They had mutual funds, they had securities, they had lending, and so on. And for the group CISO, was always having a sleepless nights because he did not have a clarity of what's going on everywhere. Using our platform, they got a 40% enhancement in the asset consistency across the different line of business, and through the risk quantification, got in clarity what to invest, when to invest, how to invest in terms of the cybersecurity. And it's just not this particular company in India. We have been doing this across the globe. We have customers in India, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, and Dubai, and across different sectors as well, which has helped us grow 72% quarter on quarter, and we are increasing this number again every quarter. We started off as a team of ethical hackers, me, Snehanjan, Santosh, Shwarnali. Later on, industry leaders showed their trust and aligned with the vision, and we got in Dr. Muriel Franco, who is a leading researcher in terms of cyber economics across the globe. And recently, Shantanu Sengupta, the former MD and CEO of Wells Fargo, joined us. We are backed by Varanium, 100x, and Yatra. If you're looking to get the visibility of that 66% and drive your organization so that you can make those informed decisions, get in touch with us, because Zeron is the single point of truth for cybersecurity decision making. Thank you.